Okay, we're making Carno ice cream for the first time. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to separate 5 eggs.
We're just wanting the yolk.
Hey, Willie, will you go get a jar of old milk, like older milk, in towards the back of the fridge, please?
With a heavy cream line.
Where you can see the cream line. All right, so we got our yolks and our whites separated. I'm going to pour my yolks into the stainless steel bowl. And our whites we're going to put in the fridge, and I will use them in the morning for making eggs or something.
Make pancakes?
Ooh. Making pancakes. All right. The next ingredients that this recipe calls for is a pint of heavy.
Which 2 cups?
A pint of heavy whipping cream, which yes is 2 cups. We're gonna skim it right off the top of our milk. So 1. This is 1/3 of a cup. 2. I did get a small one to fit inside. 3. So that's 1 cup. And I'm going to go ahead and open up another jar of milk because that's been mixed up. I want to make sure I'm getting cream.
The cream is settled to the top.
Woo, that's very creamy.
Oh man, that's going to be
Oh,
thick.
this is going to be so good. I'm going to be like laying on a pillow at night. And I'm
5,
We're going to make an ice cream cone.
6.
Add a cheese.
2 cups of cream. Okay.
Can I whisk it?
So the next step is what?
We got to whisk it up for like 10-15 minutes.
We're going to get the
Automatic whisker.
we're going to get the handheld mixer, and we're going to mix this up for about 15 minutes. Right here, baby. Right here.
No, this is a handheld.
All right, so we forgot a step. We should have put ice down all over the, we should put salt down all over the ice. We're using just regular kosher salt.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's like way too much.
Okay.
Now it should definitely get cold.
Got 1 minute left. So Josh has mixed it for about 15 minutes.
And Augustus.
Josh and Augustus. And Josh and Augustus have mixed it for about 15 minutes. That's the consistency right now. We're going to cover it, and we're going to put it in the freezer for about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then what? Mix again?
Mix again.
And then mix again, and then after that, and then before we mix it again, we'll watch it and we close it hot, and it's going to be 42 minutes.
You
And
gotta
then,
go put it in that freezer out there. This isn't.
All right, so we just took it out of the freezer, unveil it.
oh, it's still.
Oh, I went inside it.
And it's
It's stuck to it.
yeah.
All right, here you go. You're going to blend it for a little bit.
Well, how long? 7 minutes?
Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness. You see that?
Yeah.
Blend it all up.
This is gonna be some good ice cream.
Think so?
Yeah.
Pretty frozen. We're trying to break it up a little bit so he can whisk it. Look at that. Just in 45 minutes. We may only put it in there for an hour. More. Setting it back in for about an hour. So we just got it out. And it's frozen just like ice cream.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
It buttery.
Buttery?
We're good. Creamy.
Y'all put honey in y'all's?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Agus? Good? Just like ice cream. Got the texture, creaminess. However, it needs like vanilla extract or honey, which they're eating the honey and they really like it.
Good.
Good morning. Carnivore day 15? Carnivore day 15. I'm getting ready this morning to make some sirloin steaks that I laid out last night, and just gonna pan sear them again and probably do some eggs. Last night we made Carno ice cream, so it was just cream and eggs and it tastes awful. So the boys loved it with honey. I just took a bite out of it. I actually crashed last night. They got to enjoy it, but I crashed. I was so tired. And they said it was amazing with honey. So when we get into adding honey back, then I'm sure it'll be a lot better. Josh is looking up different recipes, maybe with some brown butter bites to put in there and help with the flavor. But right now it's just not good. I did put a few little spoonfuls in my coffee this morning just to see if that helped with the coffee. Any kind of making it taste better, but it's not really doing anything there either. So just an update on that. It's not the best. All right, so we're gonna get these steaks going. Gonna sip on my coffee this morning because I'm dragging. I crashed and then I slept late, and so I don't really know what's going on. I'm just really tired. It was a long weekend. We had a lot of things going on as far as work goes, as far as helping with house renovations and stuff, and so we were very busy, very what's the word I'm looking for? Very active. Just stayed on our feet Saturday and Sunday, and so it's been
Tired.
we're exhausted. Yeah, we're exhausted now. So it hit me last night and I crashed, and then I slept late this morning, so now I'm kind of
Yeah,
but
and I slept late too. Why? I couldn't even sleep. But I snored last night.
oh gosh. All right, let's get going. Had a sirloin steak at all since we started carnivore, so this will be different. That was it.
Hey guys! Gosh, how are you doing?
Side note, while I'm waiting for my egg pan to heat up, about that ice cream. So all it is, like I said, is cream and the egg yolk. And the kids love it. So in saying that, instead of this processed sugary stuff that we don't ever get anyways from the grocery store, but we do have made our own homemade ice cream in the past with all the sugar and stuff like that. But this is so much healthier, and they like it. Like the consistency of it, the texture of it is just like ice cream. If you just looked at it, you would be like, oh, that's going to be amazing. But just tasting it by itself, cream and egg yolk, is not going to obviously give you that ice cream satisfaction. But the fact that they can put honey over it and devour it, that is pretty awesome. So that's a win for sure. And then when we branch out and add like the honey I feel like it's going to be huge for us. We might just be able to do it with the honey, but I know others will add like stevia and maybe monk fruit or something like that to it. So just being able to have that option is pretty amazing. Much healthier than all the other types of ice creams that you can get with the some ingredients in it. So just food for thought as I kind of smashed that ice cream this morning. I guess mentally I was hoping it was going to be amazing, but it's just not whenever it's egg and cream. So, gotta have some sweetness somewhere. But kids love it. Added honey to it. They killed it. Asked for more this morning and ate it right up. So, making pizza for the first time tonight. I'm doing it 2 different ways. Josh had a recipe and I had a recipe, and the recipe that I had planned to go by tonight, I did not lay out enough stuff to feed my whole family. I don't know what I was thinking, had a brain fart. So it was perfect that he had one too. His is using the panko pork rind crumbs, and then mine is using a pound of ground meat. So we're gonna get started putting that together. Yours you put in the oven, right?
Yeah.
Josh's recipe he has, we're gonna put in the oven, and mine we're gonna put in the air fryer. All right, we got a pound of our ground pork. All it is just ground pork, no seasoning. From our pigs that we raise on pasture. You feel better? That's the meat. And wash my hands. Now I'm gonna do a cup of mozzarella cheese, shredded. We already got into this mozzarella cheese yesterday. We were snacking at my parents' house, and that's what we had to snack on. So, not a whole bunch of mozzarella cheese for tonight. I plan on ordering one of those tall.
Oh, what's the ice packs?
They're in there. Ordering one of those tall quarter things, phone holder, camera holder, tripods, so you can actually see our faces more. The one we have now is a short one. It's the count, like sits on the counter. It doesn't go tall enough. I had another one, but it broke, and then I stopped doing recording and stuff like that, so I wasn't worried about it. Now that we're getting back into it, I need to get another one. It's on my radar. Okay. About a cup of mozzarella cheese into the ground meat, and we're going to go in with 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese.
I get a towel for my foot.
Hey, there's not any in here. Get some out of the baskets in there, baby. Gotta taste this. Oh, that's good. I got cheese on my hair. 1/4 cup. Now, the recipe I'm following, they used seasonings. I'm not using seasonings yet because we're not doing that yet. Eventually we'll get there. We're going to use the seasonings. But right now we're not. So I'm just omitting those from this. They used pepper, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, and garlic powder. I'm fixing to put some salt in here now. Some salt. 1/4 teaspoon. Ooh, that's not a lot at all. I'm gonna put a little bit more because I put all those other seasonings in there. And then we're gonna do an egg. And I'm also gonna put in some beef liver. I don't want the kids to eat it. I'll add some oomph to it. Okay. And then an egg. Woo! Okay. An egg is done. Now, we're going to turn you off a minute. Turn off. And we're going to stop to mix this with our hands. My hands are clean, and this is just going to be the easiest way to not cause a mess. So this is the first recipe that we're using. It'll be neat to compare both of these recipes on the same night. So this will, after I get this mixed, I'm going to divide it into 2, and I'm gonna put it in the air fryer at 350 for about 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna add toppings to it and then cook it for about another 10 minutes. All right. This is what she looks like. Meat with cheese. And then I'm gonna wash my hands because I don't know what when you're cooking at least 2 times a day, if not 3, because I do stuff for the kids in the afternoon, even if we're not hungry, you go through the towels. So we don't have any towels clean. We have them clean. They're not folded. They're not folded right now, okay? All right, let's do for this. Inside of this, I don't have aluminum foil. I'm trying to use aluminum foil. We're just gonna do it like this. I'm just gonna pat it out. Oh, Lordy. I mean, how thick is this supposed to be? I don't know. I don't know how thick it's supposed to be. I'm assuming you just want it thin enough that it's gonna, you know, cook. I mean, are we talking thick crust pizza? I don't know how, I don't know. We're just gonna have high hopes about this. High hopes. We're gonna see what happens. See what happens. I'm just, right now, I know you can't see anything right now, but half of my head and nothing else going on down here. But I will show you in a second. I'm just kind of getting it to where it's a decent shape and size and kind of flat. I don't know how I'm gonna get this. Maybe it'll not stick. We're hoping for not sticking. Let me wash my hands. This is what it looks like. Going into the air fryer at 350 for 10 minutes. Start. Okay, now we're gonna get started on the second one. Okay, here is the deal with the second recipe. It calls for 1 3/4 cups of shredded mozzarella. I do not have that. So I'm going to do, I'm gonna do cheddar. It's the cheese that I have the most of. All the other cheeses I'll use as topping. The Parmesan, and I've got a white cheddar over here to use as a topping. So this might not turn out good, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 1 1/4 cups of this cheddar mixed in with 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're gonna heat that. Everything melted together. The butter and the cheese we want melted.
Tiny oven.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna shred about 2 cups, and then we're going to, right there, right behind me, right there. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter and get this melted. How many cups does a block of cheddar cheese make?
10 ounces block of cheddar cheese can be shredded to result in approximately 2 1/2 cups.
Okay, so we've got our grated cheese. Now we're going to move to the stove. I'm going to get my oven preheated to 425 because that's what these will bake at. So that's going to take a minute. So we got this going, and then we're going to check on what our first recipe was doing. All right, we're just gonna keep letting it do its thing. Okay, doing the butter and the cheese, and we're finishing up our first round of air fry. I'm gonna get bacon going in the on the stove as well. This is fresh cut bacon, so it's from our pigs that we raise, and there's nothing in it. It's just fresh slices of pork belly, and so it's perfect. And we are gonna get that going on the stove while everything else is doing its thing. The first 10 minutes is up, and it's very mushy still in the middle, so we're going to go ahead and put it in for a little longer. I'm going to try 5 more minutes, and we'll see how it looks after that. Okay, we've got the mozzarella and some Parmesan on our pork meat, ground meat. That's been in that is pepperoni, and it does have spices in it. But it's not something that we're doing often. And it's just an occasional thing. So not too concerned with it. I mean, I did just make a crust out of ground pork, so you can see that we're pretty committed to this. All right, get your in there, cover it up. Okay. Going back in this for, let's do 3 minutes and see how everything looks. We're gonna go in, the oven's preheated. We're gonna go in for 5 minutes. Why did they fly off through the air? What happened? Look, it flew through the air. Oh, that looks good though. I mean, do we want it a little bit more done? No. This looks pretty good. Look at that. Carno pizza. Look at that grease from that butter and cheese. Back in the oven for 10 minutes. Ah, there's our second pizza. I'm going to drain this butter, some of this butter off. Woo! That is hot. That pad is not cutting it. Whoa. Look at that. It's just a mush pit. A mushy mush pit. Alright, we're going to get this on a plate and see if it hardens up. Hot! Hot! Lovely.
There's this show called, it's like Battle of the Box, but different. It's not Rocket Team versus this guy that knows.
Ready?
All right, here we go. So this is an air fry one?
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
That's really good.
Mm.
It's great.
Wow. And this is the one in the oven.
Yeah.
It's got bacon on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. Watch me.
That's crispy.
That one's crispy. Which one do you like better? This is like a bread consistency.
Have you tried this one?
Not yet. This ground pork, the ground meat, whatever ground meat you use, it gives it a really good bread consistency.
This right here is good.
How we can talk? What?
Ooh, that's hot.
Oh, this is cheese.
Mm-mm.
This is. Oh, that doesn't like it. Is that cheese?
All right, you try the oven one now. I don't know if I can decide which one's I like the best. They're each different.
Mm-hmm. It's good. That's crunchier, I think, because of the bacon.
The bacon?
Yeah, but I think I like the consistency better of the other one. Because it's like bread.